Bustos, and I'm a developer advocate for Velo by Wix, and I'm here with Karen Chin.
Thanks, Rich. Hey, how are you today?
I'm doing very, very well. So I think today we're going to be going over the onReady function. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about how we use it, how Velo uses it, and just take it from there.
Yeah, not a problem. So anytime you go onto your Wix editor, you can do this in the classic editor, the drag and drop one, or editor X. You have access to dev mode, which is Velo. So at the very top toolbar, you can just click on dev mode and turn it on. When you do, an IDE will pop up from the bottom, and every page will have an onReady function kind of as a default for every single page that you create. So I'm going to kind of just share my screen real quick to kind of show you what that would look like. Can you see my screen all right? Cool. Cool. So I'm going to just go into pages here, and I just made a new page, and you'll see right here, we have an onReady function kind of already laid out for us that we can just, add code to. So the purpose of this onReady function is to add any code that you may want to run as soon as your page or the DOM elements are ready or loaded onto the page, so visitors can interact with it.
Nice, nice. So how many onReady should we have on a page?
All right, so you should only have one onReady on a page. The onReady will be bound to that page. So as soon as all the DOM elements are on the page itself, that just signals that as soon as all those elements are loaded, then the visitors can interact with whatever functions or code that you put. So this is a great place where you can initialize specific elements onto your page.
Sweet. And it looks like you already have some code there. Can you talk about what kind of code should be on the onReady function?
Right. So we have this $W that will select any element on your canvas, right? So you'll want to use this $W to kind of select specific elements, and you can see what the element is. We have on the right side here in properties panel. So this will tell us the ID of the specific element that you want something to happen to. So a good example is right here, $W text3. I can always rename this ID if I want to, but right now I'm making sure that onReady. So as soon as the page loads, I'm going to grab this text element and I'm going to give it the name of whatever the page title is. So if I preview this, you'll see that this will change. And the name of my site right now is $W onReady. So that's kind of what's loaded.
Sweet. That was awesome. Is there anything else you want to say or explain about using the onReady function?
You should only use the onReady function. You should only have it on your site once. You want to put initial states of elements. So a good example would be like a dynamic event handler. So we will often see this when you hover over an element that would be, on mouse in or on mouse out. When you do click on an element, you'll see in the properties panel that you do have event handlers available to you here. These event handlers like on click or on double click, you can have that outside of the onReady function because that doesn't depend on whether the page or the element is loaded first. So that's why when I click on the on click here, I just added that to my code. It added that export function outside of that onReady event. So with this code right here, we'll have when I hover over, this character, it's going to move down this path, and then I can always reset that with the event handler that's static, not dependent on if the page loads or not. So another thing I did with this button is I disabled it because we don't want people to reset this button outside of the page or the DOM elements loading. So if we preview this, just to give you a quick explanation or to show you what it looks like, if I hover over this figure, she's going to move down into the path, and then I can reset this.
Very nice. Yeah, I think people are going to find this super helpful.
Cool. Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for today. Hope everyone enjoyed, and stay tuned for episode 3. Peace.